Hello and welcome to the Slow English Podcast. My name is Emilie. I am so happy you are here today. In this episode, we will visit a very beautiful and sunny city, Lisbon, the capital of Portugal. Lisbon is full of colors, music, and history. It stands by the sea and has hills, trams, and amazing views. Let's explore this wonderful city together in slow and easy English. Are you ready? Let's begin. Part 1. Where is Lisbon? Lisbon is the capital city of Portugal. It is on the west coast of Europe, next to the Atlantic Ocean. It is built on 7 hills, which makes it very unique. When you walk in Lisbon, you go up and down many streets. From the top of the hills, you can see the red roofs and the blue water of the river Tagus. The Tagus River, called Rio Tejo in Portuguese, is very large. It flows into the Atlantic Ocean. Lisbon sits right next to it, and that is one reason why the city became important in history. Lisbon has around 500,000 people in the city center, but more than 2.5 million people in the greater area. It is the biggest city in Portugal and also one of the oldest cities in Europe. Part 2, a short history. Lisbon's history goes back thousands of years. People lived in this area since ancient times. The Phoenicians, Romans, and Moors all controlled Lisbon before it became the capital of Portugal. In the 12th century, Christian forces took the city back and made it part of Portugal. Then, Lisbon became very rich and powerful. In the 15th and 16th centuries, Lisbon was one of the most important cities in the world. This time is called the Age of Discovery. Portuguese explorers like Vasco da Gama sailed from Lisbon to find new lands and sea routes. They traveled to India, Africa, and even South America. Lisbon became a center for trade and culture. Spices, gold, and goods from all around the world came to its port. But in 1755, a terrible earthquake destroyed most of the city. It was one of the biggest earthquakes in history. After that, Lisbon was rebuilt. That is why today, you can see both very old and very new buildings side by side. Part 3. Lisbon has a mild and sunny climate. The weather is one of the best in Europe. In summer, it is warm and dry. The temperature is usually around 28 degrees Celsius. The sun shines almost every day. In winter, it is cool and sometimes rainy, but never too cold. The average temperature in winter is about 15 degrees Celsius. Because of this nice weather, people spend a lot of time outside, in cafes, on terraces, or by the river. Part 4. Famous landmarks. Lisbon is full of beautiful landmarks and places to visit. Let's take a tour. Belém Tower. The Belém Tower is one of the most famous symbols of Lisbon. It stands next to the river. It was built in the 16th century to protect the city. Today, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Jeronimo's Monastery. This monastery is very close to Bilham Tower. It is very large and decorated with amazing stone carvings. Vasco da Gama is buried there. It shows the power and art of Portugal's golden age. Alfama is the oldest part of Lisbon. It has narrow streets, colorful houses, and beautiful views. You can hear fado music in small restaurants there. People hang clothes from balconies and talk to their neighbors. It feels like stepping back in time. Tram 28, this yellow tram is one of Lisbon's most famous sights. It goes through the city's hills and narrow streets. It's a fun and easy way to see the old parts of the city. Praça do Comércio. This is the big main square near the river. Long ago, ships from all over the world arrived here. Now it's full of life, with cafes and tourists. São Jorge Castle. This castle sits on a hill above the city. It is very old and gives a great view of Lisbon. You can see the Tagus River and red rooftops everywhere. Part 5, Culture and Music. Lisbon is full of culture, music, and art. Fado music. Fado is a traditional Portuguese music style. It is full of emotion. It talks about love, longing, and life. Fado singers, called fadistas, perform in small restaurants and bars, especially in Alfama. The music is slow, sad, and very beautiful. Art and Azulejos. Lisbon is famous for azulejos. These are blue and white ceramic tiles that decorate many buildings. They show flowers, patterns, or scenes from history. They make Lisbon very colorful and artistic. Street art. Modern Lisbon also has a lot of street art. Many walls and buildings are decorated with creative murals. The city mixes old traditions with modern expression. Part 6, Food in Lisbon. Portuguese food is delicious, and Lisbon has many wonderful dishes. Pastel de nata. The most famous sweet in Lisbon is the pastel de nata, a small custard tart. It has a crispy crust and creamy filling. People usually eat it warm with coffee. The best place to try it is at Pastéis de Belém, a bakery that has made them for over 180 years. Bacalhau. Bacalhau means dried and salted codfish. It is very popular in Portugal. People say there are more than 365 ways to cook bacalhau, one for every day of the year. Sardines. In summer, grilled sardines are very popular. They are cooked on the streets during festivals. The smell of fresh fish fills the air. Caldo verde. This is a green soup made with potatoes, kale, and sausage. It is warm, simple, and very tasty. Lisbon is also famous for its fresh seafood, octopus, shrimp, and clams. Part 7, Daily Life in Lisbon. People in Lisbon are friendly and relaxed. Life moves at a slower pace than in other big cities. Breakfast is usually small, coffee and bread or a pastry. Lunch is the biggest meal of the day. Dinner is late, usually around 8 or 9 p.m. People enjoy eating together, talking, and listening to music. They love to spend time outdoors. at cafes, on the beach, or walking by the river. Lisbon is also full of small shops, local markets, and street musicians. Every neighborhood feels like a small village. Part 8: Festivals and Events. Lisbon loves to celebrate. The biggest festival is Festas de Lisboa in June. It honors Saint Anthony, the patron saint of Lisbon. The streets are decorated with lights, and people dance and eat grilled sardines. Music fills the air all night long. There are also many concerts, art fairs, and film festivals throughout the year. Part 9: Modern Lisbon. Lisbon is not only historic, it is also very modern. The Parque das Nações area shows the new side of the city. It was built for the World Expo in 1998. There you can find the Oceanarium, one of the biggest aquariums in Europe. Lisbon also has many co-working spaces and startups. It's becoming one of Europe's most creative and digital cities. The combination of old and new makes Lisbon very special. Part 10: Why visit Lisbon? Let's think. Why do so many people love Lisbon? Because it has beautiful weather, friendly people, delicious food, great music and art, history everywhere, and views that take your breath away. Lisbon is not too big, not too small, just the right size to explore on foot. It feels warm, colorful, and alive. Every corner has a story. Every hill has a view. Part 11: English Practice. Simple sentences. Let's review what we learned in Slow English. Lisbon is the capital of Portugal. It is next to the Atlantic Ocean. People eat pastel de nata. The weather is sunny and warm. You can ride the yellow tram. Fado is traditional music from Lisbon. Lisbon has blue tiles called azulejos. People are friendly and enjoy life. Well done. Part 12: Closing. So, my friends, today we learned about Lisbon, a city of sunshine, music, and history. We explored the Belém Tower, Alfama, and the yellow tram. We listened to Fado, tasted pastel de nata, and felt the rhythm of life by the sea. Lisbon is a place where the past and the present dance together. It is full of charm and soul. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I am Emilie, and this was the Slow English Podcast. See you next time. And remember, keep learning, keep smiling, and keep exploring the world in slow English. Goodbye.